All right, all right. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Revan Trading Channel. Hope you all are staying safe out there. As always, it's been a very crazy week for me. Last couple weeks, actually, my house burned down. If you follow the channel or Crown, you might have heard about it. It is very sad, but glad that everybody is okay. Really glad just to be alive and well, and stuff is just stuff. So we move on. Thankfully, my studio here was completely fine. It's a different building. So it was not touched, but by the time the fire department got to the house, it was pretty much gone. All right, let's look at Bitcoin here, and I'm going to be looking at maybe the 10-day, the monthly, and the 1 day, and then we'll jump to the optimizer. I have some really exciting updates on the optimizer, though it has been going a bit slower. Progress has been going a bit slower because I've been rebuilding life, much less building some tools. All right, jumping in. Here we go. The monthly time frame. Looking at the monthly on Bitcoin, we have probably about 2 months left if we go with the average amount of what I call consolidation bars, sideways and a bit down perhaps. And if you go back over into, what was this, 2021, 22 area, we saw a close to high was about 20, I guess close to close. It was about 17, 18% over this period of volatility, and then close to the next low was about 20%. So we had about a 20% move in either direction from the first initial tick into or bar into this consolidation period. Let's look over here. I don't think we've seen our move down 20% since the first bar, and I don't know if you consider this. Maybe we consider this the first bar or this one. Regardless, I'll start about here. 20% down from there would be into the 54K area. So I would not be surprised if we saw a couple moves lower into this dotted support band right here. That would be, again, right now it's at 52.8. It'll probably slowly go down and then come back up over the next few months. So anywhere around 50K area to 55K area, I do expect another push. But I have been slowly buying over here the last couple months here while we've been in the low 60s. And we can't see by September, maybe even October, November. That would be, if we got a bit more drawn out consolidation period, would be the end of that. So if you are trying to get back in the market in Bitcoin, logic and past would tell you that this would be the time. Slowly here, I'm going to start trading my strategies, especially if we get a push into the 52K area, or maybe if we get a monthly close above 63.8, but I don't know about that. I might wait another month before I start a lot of my strategies again. I've slowly been starting a couple of them with a little bit of equity, but for right now, it's just kind of long-term buy and holds and slowly, waiting, preparing for the next bull run. So that's what we're looking at on the monthly time frame. We do have the support one band kind of holding price down a little bit, suppressing price a bit, though it is just above that at about 64.2. And the band is about 63.8. So, all right, looking at the 10-day time frame, we are seeing as well the support one band really hold down and suppress price a bit here. If we see a break above that, I would expect to move maybe the low 70s area over the next few periods, next few candles. But for right now, the low and high range is about 58 to 65K area. Might likely see a little bit more sideways in here before we see a break up or break down. If we see a break up, I will kind of look at that as likely not going any lower than our lows, maybe not even going down into the low 50s. If we continue to see rejections off this area on the 10-day time frame, I will then be looking lower to about low 50s, 52K area. And our momentum is, kind of going sideways here. It crossed to the downside, but that's not been doing much, which is a good sign. It's a good sign if you're a bull, because the momentum had a chance to push lower, and it has not so far. Now, it will take a few more closures for it to actually cross up, but that's what we're looking at on the 10-day. On the 1-day time frame, we are seeing rejection off of the resistance one band if you're looking at CME and the strategy. If you're actually looking at the index chart and not strategy version, just the regular version, we are seeing that off of the dotted support or dotted resistance bands, which if you're looking for a swing, and if you've been watching the channel, this is oftentimes where I will take my swing shorts. I did not take a swing short on this one. However, it would have been a nice little scalp play if I would have. And it's currently price is consolidating between the dotted resistance band and the dotted our zero band right here. And not a whole lot else to go on the 1-day time frame. I mean, as long as we are above about 63K, all is well, and should continue to see some bounces up. And if we're looking at our projection bands here, we're looking at bands slowly contracting more and more over time before maybe expanding into August. So I do expect to see into August, September, a final move, whether that is, confirming that the low is in and move up, or the last push to the lows. Probably will happen sometime in August, according to this at least. All right, so that's everything on Bitcoin I want to look at today. And let's jump into the optimizer here. For the optimizer, some really fun new things. If you are a Revin Ribbons holder and user, you can switch to the Revin Ribbons, and I've added a systematic optimization. So this will let you optimize automatically on any time frame, any chart that you want. I've also added a few stocks and a few things just to get going here. So if you want to go to the stocks, you can add one of many. Say you want to add, something about like Apple on the 1 day, or maybe want to do a lower time frame, like 1 hour time frame. I also made, I made the fees automatically adjust a little bit closer to what stocks would be at. And you can automatically, in one run, optimize this. Now, the token count is way off. It says it's going to cost 4.6 million tokens. That's not it. It's not even close to what it charges. So I gotta fix that. But if I'll just show you how the run looks. It basically will go through the ribbons in order, or you can drag them into a new order if you want it to systematically go through and find the best settings for every section. It will go through all of these sections one at a time, find the best settings automatically. You don't have to do a thing. Also added a boost section where if you want to use more CPU and have just basically more combinations, you can boost your settings here. It does cost a few more tokens, but it is a nice little boost. So that is, again, something new that I've added. I am working on, and it looks like it's... I guess I did add it already. I added it to the method. I don't know if it's quite finished yet, but the smart hybrid guided sampling, it used to be the optimize all, and that is another version of the systematic optimization, though it is not as systematic. It might be nice to start with the smart hybrid and then go to grid sweep and systematic optimize. But I just wanted to make it very easy in a couple clicks of a button where you could optimize your strategy. And you can't see here, it's going through and building those. It is actually running a little bit slow today. I got to check out why that is. But it's running a bunch of different scenarios, and this will go up over time, and it automatically will land you with the best results. So something pretty cool for the ribbons. If you are, let's look at the bands. Actually, let's look at one other thing. Quick start. I did work on a little bit more of a quick start. I don't know what you call that. What would you call this? A template, I suppose. For a few different time frames and different assets. Now, can't promise this works the absolute best on anything. It works pretty well on Bitcoin. I have a lot of building and testing to do. But say you want to start a strategy on Tesla, and it will automatically build you a strategy based on the tools it has available. Now, I do need it to do a lot of work on this. But you can see here that it gave you at least a working strategy to start with. Actually, recently been working really well. And it gave you a lot of options to try, and then you can go ahead and optimize anything you want. Now, this did use the bands. I don't have it specific to indicators yet. I just have it specific to any of the Ribbons suite tools. So it could use the ribbons, the bands, or anything. But it is a nice little tool to start a strategy on any different asset, a few different time frames, and we will add way more from here. So, all right, I think that's where I'm going to leave it off. There is a bit more of, like, if you want a tutorial, you can click tutorial and watch a bit of tutorial on this. But there has been a lot of new additions since that tutorial was made, so I gotta update it soon. But again, I hope you guys stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.